Okay, so I just put up a message to Chen, C-H-E-N. Funny enough, he's the same asshole that was in the Hangover movie with the 4 dopey white guys, the proper white guys. I don't care whether you look like you're the goofy, smart, weird guy who's really rich, and the fat guy with the beard, and you look like the Emilio Estevez, really good-looking one. I don't care who the hell you put yourself in, or I don't know, they got the token Jew in there, like with the big nose and kind of geeky and dorky. And then they got, like, I don't know, like the suave guy who drives a convertible. Whatever. You guys made the movie, not me. So anyway, so I just put up to Chen, same slanty-eyed whatever in universal speak as Spyderwick, S-P-Y-D-E-R-W-I-C-K. Let's not mince words here. I'm a G-I-G-U-I, and I run the SI, Standard Issue Human. One of a kind. I'm the pistol, P-I-S-T-O-L, that either runs the PO or the BO. I'm also the gun, G-U-N, that also runs the PO or the BO. Considering the U.S.S.R, it's senior U.S. is how we wrote it, so nobody would get confused. So it's S-E-N-I-O-R. I'm the Soviet. We wrote the word because I'm 5. It looks like an S, right? Then we took a pause, so it doesn't say 56. And then we did Roman numerals. We switched it. We inverted it to Roman numerals rather than Roman Latin for the VI. And then I'm the ET. That's the true meaning of who the word was meant for and why it was created. And I stand 5'6". That's it. I stand with the German Nazi who loves the Soviet. That would be Niklaus, N-I-C-K-L-A-U-S. He is Vir, V-I-E-R. He's 4, F-O-U-R, and he's the one who runs the U.S.S.R. because the numbers and his placement in the world is higher than my own. I'm born on the Fidelis placemat as USA in America. Unfortunately, it's 3. It's my number. It's dry humor. So it's Tre, T-R-I. It's T-R-Y. It's T-R-E. Anyway, I run that, and there's a holy romance between the German Nazi Soviet that is the Fourth Reich. He's also the man who was born on August 4th as Caesar. I am the Holy Romance Soviet who made the word, since I'm not born in the USSR, and that became sketchy as to who I love more when I love all of my white proper breeding stock of human that are SI. And so let's see. So I'm USA embodiment. Rusland, the senior, got my last name. I got the German version of my last name. Let's see what else we need to do. Right, why am I the pistol? Right, because I run the BO and the PO. I'm also the gun. Also happens to be my mother's last name before she was married to the cat. Let's think of it. Oh, and so here's how this works. You have U.S.S.R, which is the senior. It always goes on top, T-O-P, missionary style, M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. Same way that this lady likes to get fucked, F-U-C-K-E-D, in private places in bed, but since we're here and so many have to die, let's just be crystal fucking clear. I'm on the bottom, B-O-T-T-O-M, from the minute I was born in the USA as the woman. And let's think about this. But it's a holy romance between the senior, being the male, and my junior, I suppose, position as the female, trying to get to her one male. Then we have, and that's why there's only 2 of us, and that's why there's so much that makes sense in the interwoven Spyderwick method. of one story, get it straight, and then the rest of your lives will fall into balance. All right, so let's think about this. I have, then there's like the U.S. Now, here's the thing. The U.S. is the least important. It's where we stick all the SI, the standard issue, no matter what you wake up looking like. It just so happens that the German, Nazi, and the Soviet breeding material that either the male or the female would breed with is always either in a senior or a USA position. It's the other children of the US standard issue that we don't want to breed with at extraterrestrials, but then stand to become a real problem with extortion, greed, taking over one another, lying to one another, misinforming one another, and confusing their part, ours, and the whole fucking planet. Let's see, did I miss anything else on one story is proper for royalty, and then the rest are just whatever. Oh right, Chen, oh man, you just thought you were somebody respectable. No, you're not. I'm married to Mr. Senior Soviet, and I'm the Soviet. So here's the thing, little man, you're a piece of shit, because here's what happened yesterday. Pompeo tweets out that he, under my authority by the way, that he is unhappy. He's either a Soviet or a USA. Chen is only a US, so he's under US regulation, whereas Pompeo is run by the Soviets and the Nazis. Just so we're fucking clear, so no white person ever confronts and says that they're not either a Soviet or a Nazi. It's like, okay, then you're dead, because we need to build the world properly, and that's a protection that I put on you, so the big criminals don't kill you by accident and say, well, they said that they were, and you said it was okay to kill them. Right, yeah, okay, so there we are. So you're either a Nazi or Soviet, I don't care. Either one protects you in the white world of godly things and breed stock, and the rest are under punishment by the U.S. Puts them at a disadvantage. Yeah, that's kind of where we want the enemy. So this way they outnumber us, and we don't like when they play shitty games like the Chinese drug lord ICE did their U.S. Border Patrol, which was awesome. They caught some Honduran man that was a murderer in the United States and needed to fly him home. Problem with that is his first three letters were Han, H-O-N. That's usually Chinese drug lord, not like a Colombian cartel, like nice guy. So let's think about this. So that happened, chain of events. Then the ICE also, after they were handcuffing and putting him on the plane with a photo op, because of course we have to prove that it's a give and take system at the shitbags at standard issue, from the U.S.S.R. and the USA. So Donald's Junior USA Mickey Mouse President's Club got the Arizona drug bust, and Senior President Putin got the announcement that because that we caught some drugs in the U.S. to save some of the children, and because we got a drug lord out of the USA, the shitbag standard issue, slanty-eyed Asians, along with the blacks and whatnot, blew up the Lebanese people because they were fucking pissed. So my poor senior president had to apologize to the Lebanese people, since his balls are in a fucking twist by the blacks, the Chinese, Vietnam, whatever, shitbags around the world. They usually want some kind of retaliation when my good white guys at breeding stock at U.S.S.R. and USA get somewhere and get like a win to clean up the world. Right, yeah, usually all the shitbags at the U.S. level, they want some kind of retaliation because they're mad and they don't want to be disrespected. Here's the thing. Chen, the shitbags representative at Standard Issue, says that they took a vote at shitbags around the world at Standard Issue that are not USA and not U.S.S.R. relevant, and there was a vote of 1.4 million. Really? That sounds like the Chinese population. Oh my God, is that the Chinese population? So everybody voted at the U.S. level to like annihilate and bomb China and get rid of them finally. Oh my God, imagine that. What will happen when all the white Jews find out that they're either a Nazi or a Soviet, and they were fighting for, and they should be dead. Right? That is what that black list and that black ball list means. You know, all those guys. Yeah. If you double cross your white Soviets and Nazis, being non-facially disfigured and white, it's really fucking simple. I don't cover you in like retaliation system. No, you're a traitor and an enemy to the state, so bye. And usually those are located in the U.S. Right, that covers the whole planet. I mean, again, we did this story really fucking simple for the brain dead on the earth. By the time we got to this sleeve of insolence, ignorance, incompetence, and danger for keeping one woman and one man apart, that's trying to cover the rest of you from accidentally disappearing or your world coming to a shattering end. So here's the thing, there's a signal, right, that my side of senior fourth and Nazi and Soviet, who are equal, because even though my husband stands 6'5" and he's more manly and important than any other man on the earth, he has a 5'6" Soviet reach, which is myself, if he puts me on his back or his shoulders. And now we're taller than anybody else in standard issue, in case you got confused as to what a GUI unit looks like. Yeah, it's a Soviet and a Nazi standing together as man and woman, protecting all the rest of the confused white people because they didn't get the proper education or the proper memos because all the shitbag standard issue other children at the U.S. level got in the way. Right, so let's see here. Trying to think of what else you need to know. Right, so Chen, like the voting representative for the standard issue U.S., who are not they don't qualify for U.S.A+U.S.S.R or U.S.A. standards, meaning that they're anything not beautifully white and facially non-disfigured. They have their own voting system, so I don't know why there's advocates, civil rights. I don't know why you vote for shit against your good white people. That's where we kill you. Okay, so let's think about this. Right, there used to be, like, in my Soviet side of, like, grew up right, GRU, we drew DRU, them a map of their favorite woman of all time, because I will stand for them, and every retaliation that anybody took out on any of my beautiful whites, you're never allowed to set a retaliation against the whites. It's either they're guilty or they're honorable. They either stand for Nazis, Soviets, being the U.S.S.R. senior and the U.S.A. junior on the Fidelis of the entire planet management system, or they're dead. There's no putting them in a category and saving them for later so they could grow dangerous and then tip off all of, and then cheer for the non-qualified SI standard issue humans. Right, that's how that works. So bullets do work faster. I don't know why you fucking take so long and need so many rules. I mean, we made it really fucking clear. And we did give Russia one generation of education with the Ukraine and whatnot. We gave you a head start, stupid, knowing that I was coming here and knowing that the U.S. would be brain dead still. Let's see. So Chen, right? I said any of the slanty-eyed motherfuckers. Like, here's the thing: if it like really comes down to like all the shitbags standard issue that are not USA or U.S.S.R. like eligible to call themselves that because it's an instant death penalty if they represent themselves as something that they're not. Right. Okay. So if they call themselves a Soviet or a Nazi and they're not like this color white with this kind of eye, or they're like on a border, they're just standard issue U.S., and then there's a determination that has to be found out. But you only have authority if you are deemed beautifully white and have no facial disfigurement in the eye in order to get my one placement in the Holy Romance Empire. The Holy Romance Empire runs the U.S. standard issue shitbags. And while there's some classification, like myself, like I'm right now, look at this, I'm living standard issue shitbag with all of the world's shit population. So, I mean, that means that I get to genocide one of your entire populations. Oh my God, it's anything slanty face at this point, although my boys might have a different whatever. Not quite sure at this point, but that's what I pretty much promised everybody. Because I'm tired of you assholes like rallying everybody for banking, that everybody's equal, that everybody needs to go to the moon and study rockets and science and things that you're not even allowed to have numbers and know how to count to 10, shitbags. That's why we call you the hunchback, Huntchback. We're putting like class back into the planet, and I can't do that with all of you saying that you're civil and your rights and you don't kill one another. You know you do when the enemy's standing right next to you, rooting for something else, and your fucking stupid ass is like, wait a minute, what do you mean I just voted for more drugs and poisoning all the white kids in America? No, that's not what I did. I just said I wanted to uncage the human trafficking in China. It's the same fucking thing, stupid. You just don't know how to speak. Criminal. So that's why I don't understand why we need so many fucking schools, because it's not like the U.S. did anything with them. They just taught the Chinese agenda, and all the Charlies are the same. It's the British royal crown and the fucking Chinese assholes, because the British crown is seated in an illegal spot, and nobody seems to want to kill her either for messing every fucking thing up. The only person allowed to wear a crown is myself and Nicklaus, as Tsar, Caesar, and gods, and then we'll tell you the rest of your standard issues, whether you qualify for royal or not, depending, or renewal of royal, depending on how helpful you are in this endeavor of a romance story between one man, one woman, who in turn help keep all the rest of you safe from the criminals that you can't even think about, because along the way they deleted your ability to think that far and that wide.